Let me see. Now I was checking out your bio. It said that you are African and Puerto Rican. Is that right?
Yes. That is
Oh
correct.
wow. What part of? I mean, like your parents actually was born in Africa. What part?
No, no, no. I only found out about that when I did my DNA, my ancestry. I did the
Oh
ancestry
wow.
DNA. Prior to that, I thought that I was native Indian or something. I'm none of that.
Oh, can you talk? Is it okay to talk about it or no?
Of course, yeah.
Tell
Everything
me
is
about
good
it.
to me. I'm an open book. No,
Because
no.
I'm a genealogist. I help people research their family trees. I get like census records, slave schedules, birth certificates, death certificates. So people can find out like my great grandmother lived here. This is what type of job she had, if she owned land, if she was in the military, if she had a business, things like that.
We're gonna have to talk about that at a later date. Maybe you helping me find mine because I think my father didn't never knew his father, and so we didn't have like clarity on the full heritage. So that's partially why I did the DNA thing because I was just kind of everybody was guessing at what we were.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's
so I was
usually
just
the
following.
case.
Yeah, I was following along, and I was like, I want to have a little more clarity on this. I don't really know, and I want to know, why I look like I do, and why I behave like I do in some ways. Why?
Yeah, it could be empowering information because you don't know who or what you're gonna find. Because a lot of times people find, we got great people in our family, but they just kind of got lost. And I was doing a family tree for a young lady. Her mom, she was she was like adopted, so she got separated from her brothers and sisters. But to make a long story short, I found one of her sisters. They never met, they never knew each other, but she had like a name. And then I got her phone number, and they talked on the phone and they actually met. So even if what I'm trying to say is if you have a lot of missing information, it's still documents that you can find that maybe can help you.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. From time
Yeah.
from time to time on Ancestry, they say, "Oh, we found a connection or something. It's a third cousin or fourth cousin or something like that." But I haven't really taken advantage yet, and like follow through with any of it to really see what was really the connection.
Yeah,
So
yeah. They got the little DNA matches. I've messaged a lot of those people, and some of them responded. So you meet some cool people. I think it's worth it. But that's what I'm into. Now I want to ask you this. Now, when did you actually begin singing? Did you start when you was little? Did you start when you was in high school, or once you got grown?
well, okay, okay. Back to the genealogy thing, really quick though. Maybe we're cousins. You never know.
It's possible. It's possible. It's
Yeah,
possible.
but
Because what people don't realize is like this. You got two parents, and you got four grandparents, eight great grandparents, 16, 32, 164. You know what I'm saying? It just keep doubling and doubling. And a lot of us came from similar areas, so we could, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Wow. So, but to answer your question, the singing thing, it just kind of happened by mistake, to be honest. I was really more into physical things. I was a gymnast and like doing dance and that kind of thing. I was sports. I like sports a lot. I ran track and field. I liked all that. But my sister was the singer in our family, and she just used to make it seem like it was so difficult that just to mess with her, I'd be like, oh my god, I could do that. Just to like be so like an annoying little sister would be. And then the joke was kind of on me. Before I knew it, I had fallen in love with that, and just the sounds, and then hear them coming out of me, and to just kind of see the things that I could do, as an untrained singer at that time. I'm trained now, but back then I wasn't a trained vocalist. So, I'm just like singing from my heart, and it was probably horrible, but it felt amazing. So, I don't know. And then as it went on, before long, I just kind of as a young girl, maybe about 17 or so, I started some old men musicians were looking for a singer for their band, and they asked me to be in it, and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? And we were singing like really older songs that didn't fit me, like Hotel California and things like that. I was just like, I couldn't really connect with that. And then before long, there was one younger guy in the band. He was about maybe 26 or 27 at the time or something. And he said, "Hey, I have some songs, do you want to, try to write to them, with me, blah, blah, blah." And so we ended up like doing a couple of demos, and then I didn't know it. Unbeknownst to me, he was like shopping them, and then he gave me a call and he was like, "Hey, you've been offered a record deal." And I was like, "What?" And then that happened really fast, and I was signed, and then it was just kind of like the rest was just, history. And then I was trying to figure out how I was going to turn like this into a full-time career, because I was thinking like, okay, well, I want to do music all the time, and I'm not doing that. I'm having like a day job, and I'm doing this and that and the other. And I just wanted to understand like what it would take for me to get it to that level, to be able to bring it to a point where it could support me, So then I started working on that. And then before long, I, started, got into like a really good touring band. And then that was my first kind of like entrance into it. And then actually, I'm talking out of order. I joined the Black Rock Coalition in New York City. And then I was in my first real band. And then we started to do some, gigs all around town all the time. And before you know it, it snowballed, and the rest is kind of history. So.
Wow, that's amazing. Now you had mentioned something. You said like a trained singer. What is that for? The people that don't know. I don't know what that is. What is that?
A trained singer is when you have vocal training. You've been trained vocally. You have actual vocal lessons, vocal coaching, real training to use your voice properly. So so you're singing properly, the proper way, good technique, good vocal skills, that kind of thing.
Okay, wow, I never knew that. Now, say if it's a person that could not sing at all and they had the best vocal training, would it help them, or you still have to have some natural singing ability?
I think as long as you're not tone deaf, anybody could pretty much be trained to sing, I think. Now, how great they'll be, I'm not sure. But I think you can only become as great as you want to become.
Wow. I'm going to have to take me some lessons then. There's hope.
Yeah, I can coach you.
That's what's up. I'm serious.